Good morning, fourth grade. I hope you guys all had a great day off yesterday. As you had the day off, I hope that you took a moment to think about really why we had yesterday off. Yes, yesterday was a nice day to maybe sit at home and play Xbox, do Fortnite. Hopefully, some of you practice your math facts or you read a book. But yesterday was actually a day off to remember a very important person from history. And I'm sure many of you have heard of this gentleman before, Dr. Martin Luther King. Well, many of you throughout your school years have heard about him and have learned different things about him. Well, this week we are going to not only spend a week learning about him and all of his accomplishments throughout his life, but hopefully you will gain some new information about his life and see some of the struggles that he had to go through to get his message across to the people of America. Now, Dr. Martin Luther King Day was a day yesterday where we should have done something kind for others, where we should have paid it forward. A lot of people across the United States use the day of Martin Luther King celebration to go out and do community service. So I'm curious, did any of you do anything kind or go out and do community service? I know it's hard to kind of spread kindness and go out and do a service when we are in a COVID world, but even just picking up trash like in front of your house or taking care of your pet or holding a door for someone, all of those things spread the message that Dr. Martin Luther King was trying to get people to follow and to understand. It's about our character and who we are as people. Now, I'm not going to give too much more information about Martin Luther King just yet because I want to know what you already know. You have heard his name, you might have seen his speech before, you might have read a book about him before, and a lot of the people from his era. Now, what I want you to do right now is I want you to do a KWL chart. Now, I have the directions here. We have done KWL charts before, but this helps me and your other teachers learn a little bit about what you already know, okay? Because again, you have learned about Martin Luther King throughout your school. Maybe you even talk about him at home. Okay, so I want to know, what do you already know about him? So on this next slide, you are going to put three things you already know, okay? Because a lot of us know stuff about him. What do you know? At least three. If you know a lot about him, tell me everything you think you know about him, okay? Then, under the want to know column, which will be the middle column, you're going to tell me questions that you want to know about him that hopefully by the end of this week and a little bit of next week, you'll be able to have some answers to. So, some of the questions you might have was, did he have any children? Did he ever get in trouble? Why did he want equality for people? Maybe another question is, did he have people that were rude to him? What inspired him to become the leader that he is? So I want you guys to think deep. What are some things you really want to know about him? You're at that age where you can dig deeper and you can ask some deep questions. And by you putting these questions on here, it can help me come up with some lessons for you guys and answer some of the questions. So pay attention to some videos because I may be giving some shout outs and some answers to you guys about the questions you have about Dr. Martin Luther King. Then, as we read our stuff this week and as we do our lessons and our timeline and our activities about Dr. Martin Luther King, you are going to add to the learned column. Now, let me show you what this looks like, okay? So here's your dough. I want at least three things, but I gave you enough room for five. Here's your want to know. So all of these should have a question mark at the end because, well, you're asking a question that you want answered. And then on this column here, this is your learned. This is what we'll fill out at the very end of this unit, okay? Or we'll fill it out as we go. But by the end of it, we have to have at least three new things that we have learned, all right? Now, after you have done that for today, we're going to have just a little bit of fun, okay? Because we are going to dig deeper tomorrow and read different passages and do a lot of stuff with Dr. Martin Luther King. But to get our brains thinking about what his message was all about, I have found a word search that I want you guys to complete. So on the next slide, there's a word search. Now, when you see these words, I want you to think about what these words have to do with Dr. Martin Luther King. Why are these specific words good words that are attached to him and his beliefs? So let me show you the words, okay? The words are hope, hero, leader, peace, freedom, justice, and equality. Okay, so you're going to use this page and see if you can find the words. Now, I want to show you how you actually do this word search on here. Okay, so if you are in, oh, and there was another word, I knew there was, it's the last word is speech. So to do this, what you'll do is, let's say we find the word hope, okay? Actually, I see the word hat in here. So I'm going to pretend one of the words is hat. So what you do, you guys see hat is right here. So you will click on the box and then you'll notice this little paint can will come up. Well, instead of having it this, I don't know what color you want to call this greenish gray color, you will change it to whatever color you want. And then you'll go to the next letter and you'll hit the little paint can up at the top and you'll change it to that color. And then you'll hit the little paint can at the top and you'll change it to that color once more, okay? And that's how you'll be able to show me that you found the word, okay? So when you're done, you can then take, let's say I found the word hope. You can take a check mark and you can place it right next to hope. Well, or you can make it really big. But if you have easier navigation ways, there you go. Okay, and then you just put it right next to the word that you had found. Okay, so guys, go ahead and just get your brain thinking about Dr. Martin Luther King. Again, as you're doing this word search, think about what these words mean to Dr. Martin Luther King and actually to you. What do these words mean to you? Tomorrow we are going to do a ReadWorks passage where we are going to read about Dr. Martin Luther King and learn some of the vocabulary words that are meaningful to this time period. And then we are also going to do a timeline and kind of see, when did this take place in history? And well, has it been that long ago? Mrs. Engelbrecht put a problem of the day today where you were to figure out how many years ago Dr. Martin Luther King gave his speech. So I want us to realize how long ago in history this took place, but also realize it was not that long ago. In the big scheme of things, it really wasn't that long ago that we were having Dr. Martin Luther King give his speeches and we were fighting for equality. So I want you guys to go ahead and complete this today, and I cannot wait to see what discussions we come up with from watching and learning about Dr. Martin Luther King. Have a great day.